Hi everyone, this is the Chrissy B Show, a program aimed at looking after our mental health and well-being, and I'm your host, Chrissy B. Now, not so long ago, we did a show where I interviewed two of our regular contributors, Cynthia Gregoire, who is our fashion stylist, and Sani Sorma, our makeup artist. And they talked about how they gradually cut down on their regular jobs to do what they love the most until they're practically doing what they love full time. Let's take a quick look at this clip.
I went to school to be a teacher, so I went and got a chemistry and math degree. I got an education degree. I ended up teaching high school kids, you know, for 8 to 10 years now. And
were you into fashion then as well when you were doing that?
I always was.
Okay.
So I always
so
loved to dress up and all this,
yeah,
but never really doing anything with it other than just dressing myself from day to day. And you know, over the years, I just kind of would get this like nagging feeling at the back of my head that, you know, it wasn't for me. You know, there was parts of it that I really loved, and obviously, you know, I made a lot of money. I had a beautiful classroom, one of the best classrooms in the whole school. I was head of the department. You know, I had a lot of perks that I never wanted to leave.
Yeah.
So even though I had this creeping feeling in the back of my mind, it was really hard to let go of some of that material. It just got to the point where I just knew I wasn't happy. And it wasn't the children. I still love the children, and I actually still work with children. As I'm sort of like Sani, I do percentages of different things. But the administrative part of teaching got to be too much for me. And basically that, I just said to myself, you know, I just have to take the plunge and do it. So I moved to London, and I just, you know, basically like took a new degree in fashion, which is so different than chemistry.
That's quite a big step, though,
It's
to move to London first of all, and then do another.
But I'll tell you, Chrissy, I mean, like, even though I'm making, you know, just a fraction of what I used to make, I actually literally do wake up every morning, and I'm so thankful to be in London, and, you know, the birds are always singing, and it's just like, it really feels like something inside when you just follow, you know, what you're supposed to do. And that's how I know personally that I made the right choice.
Yeah.
And it's not about money, and it's not about the material things. It's just about like following what, you know, what your passions are. And I mean, it's unbelievable.
Be realistic to begin with, you know, make a budget, know how much money you need on a monthly kind of, like, I knew how much money I needed to get by, and plan for it. Save up a little bit and find a way. Most jobs you can do kind of. So it's like, for example, for me, it was going freelance. For some other people, it might be going part-time, or you might do something like it initially while you start building up your kind of like your passion career. And even though it might never make as much money as your first career, it doesn't matter, because I realized that I used to spend like a lot of my big fat paycheck on buying shopping for myself, because I was so unhappy in my work and going, I need to cheer myself up with some new shoes. And now I don't need to do that because I'm happy. But I do think that you don't need to know exactly how it's going to work out, but planning so that 6 months down the line, you all of a sudden go, oh my God, I can't live, I have to go back. You don't want to be in that position. So having kind of like a security net, whatever that may be, is good. And don't let the fact that you don't know exactly what you're going to do stop you, because I think both of us were kind of finding our way through it. So neither of us really knew exactly where it's going to go. And and then all of a sudden you get an opportunity to do something, and then you build on that. So it doesn't need to be 100% like, you don't know until you do it for real. You don't know where it's going to go.
So there were some really good lessons there in some of the things that they said. But what if you actually quite like your job, or you're not in a position to leave, but you have a passion for something else? My guest today is Federica Carr, who proves that you can fit your passion around work and responsibilities. Before she shares her story, we are treating her to a makeover done by makeup artist Teresa Megan Gregoire. Now, Megan will also be sharing some makeup tips, and Cynthia will be showing us what's trending in the fashion world. Before I tell you what else is coming up, let's take a look at this.
Do you know someone who deserves a makeover and would like to tell their story? Perhaps it's someone who's going through a hard time or is always thinking about other people and not about themselves. Let us pamper them here on the show. And you can even nominate yourself. Get in touch with us via our website, chrissybshow.tv, and you or your friend could be the next person getting spoiled and sitting on the sofa having a chat with Chrissy. And the pampering could continue because every month we give away a fabulous gift of a spa treatment courtesy of the luxurious Thai Square Spa in Trafalgar Square. You will feel like royalty, so don't delay. Get in touch today.
Also on the show today, we'll be revisiting the story of Tommy Rose, a young man who made £14,000 by selling sweets at school. Why? He wanted to make a way to pay for his higher education, which was one of his dreams. But first, I'll be giving you some pointers on why following your passion isn't always the right thing to do. According to an article by Nathaniel Kolok, co-founder and CEO of Rework, he says that telling people to follow your passion is pretty bad advice. So over 4 years, he looked at existing research and also interviewed hundreds of people across lots of different careers. And one of the things he discovered was that pursuing a passion could be the entirely wrong way to find a career you enjoy that makes a difference in the world. And why is that? Because most people's passions don't fit well with the world of work. And there was also a 2003 study actually of college students by the University of Quebec, and they found that 84% of them had passions and 90% of these passions involve sports, music and art. But only 3% of jobs are in the sports, music and art industry. So of course you now end up with massive competition for just a few jobs. So it's not impossible, of course, but it is very hard and not everyone is willing to fight that hard. And also some people maybe have a passion for something like music, but it doesn't mean that they will be a good musician. It does make sense what he's saying. Now, something else that psychologists say is that our interests and passions change much more than we anticipate over time. So something that you actually loved 10 years ago, for example, isn't what you love today, and that happens to all of us. So you really need to ask yourself a few questions before pursuing your passion as a career. So the first question is, can you earn a living doing it? Is it realistic? The second question is, would it still be your passion if you had to do it every day to make money? And the third thing you should ask yourself is the thing you're passionate about related to a skill that you have or that you want to develop and that's actually needed in the market? So, we do have our resident business experts that come on, Jonathan Farr and Chelsea Baker, and they always talk about how important it is to make sure that you introduce a product or service that is needed in the marketplace, because some people are so passionate about something and they really think it's going to be a great idea, but they don't do their research and they don't really sit back and think about it first. They end up starting something, full of this passion and this drive, and then they find out that people don't actually want it. So very, very important to ask yourself that question. So again, I'm not trying to put anyone off, but it's just to get people to think, because most of you watching probably aren't rich, you have bills to pay, maybe you have student loans and you do need to survive, you need to live. So if it's really something you want to pursue, it's going to be really hard and it will take a lot of sacrifice, dedication and hard work, maybe late nights, maybe you're going to struggle financially for a while. So you'll have these battles in your mind as well, because there'll be times when you'll be afraid, you'll doubt yourself, maybe you feel anxious. So, in a way, you do have to make sure that you're strong enough not to let any of these things stop you. So let me tell you now what's coming after the break. We're going to be seeing our real life story guest Makeover and also be hearing from makeup artist Teresa Megan Gregoire and also getting styling tips from Cynthia Liza Gregoire.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. Today is our lovely makeover show and we have the beautiful Federica Carr. And here's the before picture of her. And now let's have a look what she looks like now.
Thank you so much, Megan, for that. And there is a reason why Megan did the link from the break, and you'll find out in the outtakes later on. So as we said, here is the lovely Federica. You look absolutely stunning. We're going to be talking about your outfit a bit later on with our lovely Cynthia here, but let's find out about the makeup first. So Megan, why did you choose this particular look for her?
Well, Federica has a very, very just naturally gorgeous look. She has very, actually surprisingly tanned skin, which I've seen some before photos, but you have beautiful tanned skin, which is what we really love for these hot summer months. And that was before we even started the makeup that, she had that base. So we just, did little tiny things with her makeup. And some of the things are my favorite things for the summer that I just want to share with the public that can make such a difference. So in the summer months, we have the sun. So, let the light do the work for you. So get things such as mineralized blusher, which can pick up all those beautiful particles. So we have just this nice, it's called Warm Soul by MAC, and it just warms the skin very lovely on light to mid ranged skin tones. And it's really good natural type of blusher, which it's not really a bright rosy, it's just a nice warm golden glow, and it just hits the light at the right angles all the time. And so for your lips as well, take it to the advantage. You're looking into the sunshine and all those sparkles are just glistening. People are going to wonder, what did she have on her lips? And it might just be as simple as getting a high sparkle lip gloss. I have this marvelous Moxie in Rockstar that we used on her. But Bobbi Brown does, those high shimmer glosses. And also on yourself, we have the Yves Saint Laurent, which is high. It just looks fabulous on you. I love doing your makeup because you can really pull off that very strong terracotta lip, cheeks. That's what we have on you, those bronzy golds. They really work well with your skin tone, and that's what we have. It's just literally an oil, tint in oil, and like if you can see your lips, they're just really gorgeous and shimmery, and that's all you need really in the summertime is maybe just a shimmer sparkle or lip, just a lip tint. I have on Ellie's Fa matte lip, which I love matte lips because sometimes you can do opposite, and just a little bit of a stain gives you, that really nice vibrant look without looking like you're wearing makeup, just a tint. So it's about getting just a tint, whether it's a matte tint or whether it's that sparkle tint. Definitely don't need a full-on lipstick for the summer. Another few products, just obviously if you're sweating or if it's humid or if it's rainy, you might want some waterproof cheek stain, which is really good, high pigmented, but it actually stays on quite well. And here on Cynthia, we have a strong cat eye, but you don't want the transfer. So you want to be able to set your eyeliner so that when you blink, it doesn't actually go onto your upper part. So you can wear, if you're into the very strong cat eye, if you just want to look down, Cynthia, it's very clean up here, because she actually has set it with that powder. So think of it wet, your wet liquid liner, you want to set it with a powder, so a black shadow, and that way it just doesn't move all day. So you can see her tomorrow when she sleeps in her makeup, looks up and be, rocking her cat eye again for day 2.
National Lipstick Day.
And National Lipstick Day, yeah, so this week. So, that's luxury lipsticks right here. Yves Saint Laurent, Ellie's Fa, and just top products. So I hope you enjoy.
Let's ask Federica what you think, because you don't usually wear a lot of makeup, do you? What's your usual routine?
My usual routine is zero routine, pretty much. Mascara. If my husband's lucky, maybe a little bit of eyeshadow and some lipstick.
Okay.
So this was a luxury. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed it. It's great fun, and I think the shade you've chosen, it's great because it's very good for my skin, and I really like it.
Do you think you would maybe experiment a bit more with makeup now that you've had this done, or?
Well,
come on,
can try, but I have to say I'm pretty useless. So you can learn, right? Well, I was trying to pick up some techniques, but there's a lot to it. So it is honestly an art. So
it is. I think so.
Yeah. Well, it looks great on you. So we're going to go over to the styling now to talk about our outfits and also the stuff that you've got on the rail centre. So let's go over there.
Well, hello there, and welcome to my segment on styling. And as much as my sister Megan likes to talk about the summer months and all this in fashion world, we are already on autumn winter 16. So I would like to talk to you a little bit about 2 trends that I really see heading down in autumn winter 16. And that is the color green and all about frills. So Chrissy, everything today either has frills on it or a little bit of green or a little bit of both. So first I'll start with my outfit, and basically this came into the shop today. This is a lovely Matilda dress in a colorway green, and it's by Parker. And if you take a look at it as you pan down, it does have 2 frills, like a double frill as you go to the skirt, right? And this bohemian tie sort of piece around the neck, and I've paired it with some Sam Edelman shoes, which have studs on them. So they just kind of like jazz up the outfit a little bit, and that's the newest and greatest from Sam Edelman. And on Chrissy, we have this fabulous striking colored green DVF blouse, which is oversized cut. So you'll see that it has a drop hem sort of on the sides, right? And when she opens up there, you can see the shape of this. And when she puts her arms down, it kind of just lovely drapes over these liquid leather black pants by Gold Sign, and she's got her own Ted Baker leopard stilettos with them. And what I love about this color of green is it's not kind of your average type green that you'll see in the shop, and it also looks really good with the makeup that Megan's paired with it, those peachy tones. So Chrissy, what do you think about your outfit today?
This is obviously very comfortable because it's loose and lovely. I was a bit apprehensive about the jeans, first of all the trousers, because I thought they looked really like tight and uncomfortable, but yet again you surprised me, because once I put them on, they feel very comfy, and it feels like the more I'm wearing them, the more comfortable they're getting. So it kind of just shapes to your body, which is really good.
Gold Sign is a very premium denim, so you will notice that with those brands. As for this shirt, I was going to tell your viewers at home, when choosing an oversized shirt, you might want to go down a few sizes, which is always, everyone loves to go down a few sizes, right? Because it's the shape is bigger, right? All right, on my lovely sister, we have here another outfit by Parker, and this one is called the Millie dress. And this blue number has some intricate cutout details here on the sleeves. I'll just get you to take a look at that there, where the skin is showing through the cutouts, and we've got some lovely embroidery that goes all along the back. And Megan, can you just show us those bell sleeves that are cut? They're quite bohemian, right? Just put your hand out there, and you got the sleeves that are quite bell shaped. We got this bracelet by Amadoria.
Are you enjoying that, Megan?
Amadoria, and we've got these lovely gold metallic shoes by Lucy Choi. Now, summertime, and I will say we are still in summer, so summertime is the time to bust out those metallics, and these type of shoes would go with anything, Chrissy, I'm telling you, anything, any jean, any dress you have. All right, on the lovely Federica, we have our makeover. And with Federica, we went through quite a few wardrobe changes because she just looks good in everything. But at the end, we decided to go with something she was very comfortable with. And again, we have a lovely blouse that just came on the truck today from Parker.
I love that.
And it's got little hints of green on it, and you can see it's got frills all the way down the middle. And this one is called the Sawyer top. And what I love about this is the shape. If you notice the shape on Federica, she's quite a petite build, but the shoulders have a bit of puff on them, and they give her like a really nice slim silhouette. We've paired it with Mother jeans. These are gray jeans, and you'll remember one of my segments I was raving about the color gray, and we are still wearing these jeans into autumn winter 16. If you notice at the cuff of her jeans, you'll notice the little frays of threads. Those are actually supposed to be there. It is an unfinished hem. It's very deconstructed look, and it's, you know, it was very popular in the 90s, but you're seeing a lot of that now. And I've just paired it with a cute pair of summer wedges by Sam Edelman, just really easy. So Federica, tell me what you think about this look.
I really like it. I love dresses. The ones you guys are wearing are great as well. But because I ride a scooter every day, practically, jeans, I go out in jeans a lot more, and I would never have considered a grey pair of jeans. I love them, they're so comfortable. And the blouse is beautiful, so you can dress it casual or wear it to work as well.
Absolutely. You look beautiful. Thank you very much.
Love it.
All right. Okay, so we just have some items to go through on the rail, some style ideas for those of you who are already stocking your closets for autumn winter 16. I did want to mention pop of color, right? We're still in summer too, so I guess pop of color, especially with your navies, can give quite a nautical look. So these Miu Miu Pradas, just like a sensible heel, but they are just that patent leather, shiny red, and it just gives sort of any outfit a pop of color. As you could probably imagine these on any of our outfits today, it would just look really good. We've got those liquid leather pants that Chrissy was wearing, so I won't bring those out, but let's get on to the green items here. And we have got greens of every shade, and there's something special about each of these garments. These two here are what we call basics. So they're kind of like your everyday base layer pieces by American Vintage. You remember this brand, Chrissy? Yeah. And they're just 100% cotton. They're very casual. You put them with denim. You can wear the vest, you know, under jackets, this kind of thing. But look at the colorways. You're going to see green out there in every shade, dark, light, everything. If you remember early summer, I was talking about the Bardot top, right? We're still seeing a lot of this. This one is done by Velvet, and it looks a little bit odd on the hanger, but if you could just imagine this on, it's quite cool. We've cut the shoulders out. So we've cut the shoulders out of this shirt. It's a very comfortable shirt anyways. You can still get away with wearing whatever undergarments that you're wearing with them. And it looks great with jeans or tucked into, say, a skirt. Okay. So this is this one. Shoes? This one here, you could, I would keep it dressy, because when you kind of cut out the shoulder, it draws the attention to that body part, and it looks quite elegant, and it looks quite evening-ish almost. So I would I wouldn't put trainers with it, just put it that way. We've got the lovely Emmy McCourts. I have the privilege of working with this young designer, very talented young designer. She's got this top in green as well, and you can see with the black stripe contrast detail on the front and the back. And this is just a very classic shape. It's got that bat wing, they call it, shape, and it just looks really good on all types of figures. For your evening look, if you're looking for something very easy to just throw on and transform your outfit, something like this is a really good buy. Again, it's in, you know, a very pale green. This one's done by American Vintage, and we've just got that shiny satin in the exact same color. Picture throwing this over just a vest and jeans. You've instantly transformed your outfit, throw on a pair of heels, and you're ready for dinner. Right? So it's a tuxedo jacket by American Vintage. Very cool. Again, for when it gets a bit cooler in the evenings, we've got this lovely piece by Essential. I would say it's a roll neck. It's not really. We call this a mock neck because the neck comes up high, but it's not the extra fabric. But if you can see on the camera there, we've got 3/4 sleeves, and they are quite glittery green. I'm not sure if it picks that up, but it is quite glittery. And that is something that easily can be, you know, dress up your outfit for evening. Now on to the frills. We've got this Parker, a lot of pieces by Parker today, the Devlin pants. And if you look more towards the bottom here, you can see that they're ruched at the bottom, and they've got these little frills. So when that is on, it actually is going to give sort of like a ruching effect, and it'll be quite cropped and quite dressy. So that part's cool. Wide leg trousers, you're probably seeing a lot of them in the summertime. These ones are done by Lolly's Laundry. Again, we've got the green colorway going through them, but they are a wide legged pant. So you could put those with wedges. You probably want to stay away from heels with these. You want to wear like a wider base, otherwise it'll kind of trip, and the shape looks nicer with a wedge.
Good to know.
Yeah. Some more frills by Paul and Joe. Paul and Joe's sister, all about the frills. There's a beautiful, cute little skirt by Paul and Joe's sister in yellow. This one's got frills all the way through. It's quite heavy material though, and you'll notice that, right? Because the fabrics that we're buying are for autumn winter. We've got this fabulous piece by Nicole Miller as well. It is that frills or ruching all the way down on both sides. This one's got quite a plunging neckline, so you'd have to make sure you have the appropriate undergarments, and we're going to quite you know, an evening event, but this is absolutely stunning on. Little bit of menswear to end off things, and we can't forget about them. And we've got this lovely polo neck from Acne Studios. So regular green polo, little bit of the detailing there by Acne. And
how pairing that with what?
This one I would, well, the jeans right now are quite drain pipe or quite skinny for the men. So I would put them with like skinny jeans. You could do even like a chino short as well, because obviously like men are wearing for summer right now.
That reminds me of one of our cameramen actually, likes to wear shorts and stuff.
Yeah, actually I have all these pieces would look great on, if we're talking about George, they would look all great on him. And you know what I'm noticing for men, all you men, stripes.
Oh, I like those.
Okay, so stripes, these ones are obviously horizontal, but I'm seeing vertical stripes as well.
I can see my hubby in those.
Can you? Yeah. These, well, these horizontal stripes, they make you look wider than you are, right?
Right, maybe not.
But men would like to look muscular and like big shape, so maybe this is something. This one's done by Essential Antwerp, and this one is done by Acne, so the same people that did the green one. And just to finish off, for evening, how about a pair or a Paul Smith Paisley sort of design? I think this would look really good on guys. You're not a big fan of...
Would you like your husband in that?
I would.
Would you?
Why not?
I'm not sure, but I was just thinking to myself, I definitely won't buy JJ one of those horizontal shirts.
But they could look very muscly is what I'm saying. I'm not saying like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it depends on your build, but...
Well, you wouldn't go for that one.
Don't be turned off with stripes just because of that.
How about Federica's hubby? What do you think? Do you see him in that?
Not sure. No.
Really? Well, it's, you know, I would say from working in the shop, it takes, you know, you can see it. When a guy tries on a printed shirt, it's either they can wear it or they can't.
Yeah.
So are you one of the men that can or can't? I'm not sure.
Is it how it's how they feel in it, isn't it? Or
yeah. Well, it's that. It's more like that for women, I would say. Men are very different breeds when it comes to shopping and clothing, but we won't even go there today. I do want to say thank you to Questionnaire for providing the lovely wardrobe.
Definitely.
And thanks, guys, for modeling my looks today.
So thank you very much, Cynthia, for that, and we'll see you again next time. And Megan, thank you so much too. Great makeup, and we'll see you again soon. And Federica, I'm going to keep you with me because after the break, Federica's going to be telling us all about how she's actually following her passion while holding down a full-time job. Hi, I'm Chrissy B, and my show is all about improving your mental health and being happy. Join me every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 10 p.m. on my channel Sky 203. Visit chrissybshow.tv for more information and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Chrissy B Show. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Chrissy B Show and on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show. Welcome back to today's program, everyone, which we have called How to Do What You Love. And of course, it's also our makeover day. So we saw Federica's lovely makeover before the break. She looks absolutely stunning. And I think it's a style that really suits her. But we're also going to be finding out how she manages to follow a particular passion of hers while holding down a full-time job. So Federica, tell me about maybe your dreams when you were a child and what you always wanted to do.
I think my dreams when I was a child evolved with times. I can't remember one thing specific that I wanted to do. I wanted to be an archaeologist. I wanted to be a set designer for theatre, so quite different things, mostly creative.
Okay. Yeah.
And then kind of ended up in a non-very creative job. So,
what area of work?
So I am a digital marketing manager for a financial company, for a bank, basically. And it's great. And I've been in the financial industry for quite a few years now. But as much as I love the marketing, the web, the digital, everything, it's not the most creative environment.
Okay. So what was it that you started that, where you actually found yourself like, this is really creative for me now and I'm loving it? So how did you come across it in the first place?
So again, since I was actually quite young, I loved to draw, pencil, paint. I did ceramics, so everything that is manual or visual, I love. And I ended up working in digital marketing because I did after school in Italy, I did a course in graphic design. So I was kind of obviously creative, intending to be work in advertising and graphic design. And then one day, of shows my age, but one day a friend said to me, "Oh, you know, you really need to get into the web design. That's the future." So yeah, that was a long time ago. And so I started then working on more sort of web design. So still creative, but so I still enjoyed, you know, producing web design and logos. And then once I got a job in the financial industry, the design part became less and less. It was all about the marketing, which is still creative in a way, but the industry itself doesn't allow for a huge amount of freedom in creative. And so in the last few years, I've tried to find other outlets to try and keep that sort of creativity and you know, alive.
And so you're now doing your own blog.
So yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
So that was again one way of doing something a bit different from what I do for a living in my day job. I love writing. Obviously, I don't paint anymore, but so I really like writing, and I don't do that again in my profession. So I started a blog. I think because my sister is a food writer and a journalist, so she does it professionally for a living. And years ago, I started going with her to restaurants and hotels, and we used to do like little weekend trips. And I'm kind of in her shadow. Obviously, she did it as a proper occupation, and I thought, oh, why don't I do something similar? And I started a blog, which is what a lot of people obviously do.
What's the blog called?
Pasta Bites.
Pasta Bites, okay.
Yeah, which obviously links to me being Italian, loving eating pasta and cooking pasta, and
So you go and you review the restaurants that you go to, and
it's not it's not just about reviews. I think in the beginning I intended it to be a little bit more sort of just restaurant reviews, and I did a few, you know, false steps at the beginning. I think I ranted a little bit too much. I had to learn a little bit. Now it's about events, recipes, and not just food, but also sometimes perhaps traveling, because that's another thing that I love doing. And obviously whenever I go, it's always about food as well as the travel. So
food is my favourite subject, I have to say. I love talking about it, I love eating, it's wonderful. How do you feel actually being able to do something like that and be more creative in that way?
I really enjoy it. I think sometimes, you know, some people ask me, why don't you do that for a living? Why don't you, you know, I sometimes host supper clubs for charity. People are like, oh, why don't you do that, you know, full time? Why don't you make money out of it? And I think I do enjoy it because it's not my 9 to 5. It's something that really keeps my head occupied with something completely different. I'm not saying that it would be wrong to do it for a living. I'm just not sure. I really enjoy it now because it is something that, you know, I look forward to. It's something that I don't do every single day, you know.
So that's a very important point. That goes with exactly what I said at the beginning, where sometimes, you know, it's not an ideal thing to leave your work and do something that you love, because if your passion, your thing that you enjoy, is it really something that you would still enjoy if you were doing it 5 days a week, 9 to 5? And that's exactly the point that you've spoken about. It's very interesting. It's a different way of looking at things.
Yeah, and I have obviously, once you start blogging, you meet a lot of people that blog as well, so you become friends. And I do have a couple of friends who have taken the plunge and quit their full-time job to become full-time bloggers, and they do enjoy it, but it is a job for them. So I'm like, would I still enjoy it if I had to constantly go to the events, if I had to constantly, you know, respond to PRs, and it's so.
That's a really, really good point. Thank you so much for sharing that. And also, guys, just to let you know that Federica will actually be hooking us up. And so any lovely restaurants that she finds and she thinks will be good for you guys at home to take a look at or to visit, she'll be telling us all about them. Events as well. We'd love to hear about any events. And you can find Federica's details on our website under our contributors section. And our website, of course, is chrissybshow.tv. And there'll also be a link straight to her blog there. So Federica, thank you so much for sharing your story. And as a thank you for being such a good sport, I'd like to give you this voucher, and this is for an hour's facial at the Thai Square Spa in Trafalgar Square. So relax, having some relaxing time. I know your job is quite heavy going, so that's just a little treat from us, and courtesy of Thai Square Spa as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, so after the break, we'll be revisiting the story of Tommy Rose, a young man who made £14,000 by selling sweets at school because he wanted to pay for his higher education. Welcome back to our program today, which we have titled How to Do What You Love, and also, of course, it was our makeover day. So if you have missed the beginning of this program, actually, you can head over to our YouTube channel in a few days' time, which is Chrissy B Show. You'll find the program there, and don't forget to subscribe, because we do have lots and lots of things that are great for your mental health and well-being, such as our fitness tips, healthy recipes. They're really easy as well, these recipes, and lovely. I've tried some of them myself and they're fantastic. We have some tips from our doctor, Dr. Rob Hicks. We have places for you to visit and challenges that you can do that are all good for your mental health. So make sure you subscribe and take advantage of everything that's there for you. So now we're going to visit the story of Tommy Rose, who I interviewed some time ago, and he actually shows that his family couldn't afford to send him for higher education. He came from quite a underprivileged background, but he made a way to do what he really wanted to do. Welcome back to the show, and now it's time to meet Tommy Rose. Hello, Tommy.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
It's great to have you on the show, because you've got quite a story to tell, and I'm sure everyone knows you already because you hit the headlines all over the place for selling sweets at your school, getting into a bit of trouble, but also, being very successful from it.
Yeah, well, I've always been into business ever since when I was 8.
8?
Yeah.
Really?
Match attack cards was big, so I had the whole collection and doubles. So going to school playground, primary school, and I'd knock them out, say 3 for 70p, 3 for 50p.
Did you learn that from anywhere, or was it just you?
Well, we'd do swaps. It's a bit like where you compare them to each other, and if his was better than mine, he'd get to keep my cards, and then they said, bring them in school, Tom, flag them to us. So that's exactly what I did. And I was only getting £1.70 a day, but that was enough for an ice cream and a can of Coke. And then
Would you say that kind of gave you the thirst to do more, even from that young age?
and then when I left primary school, I obviously went into high school, and I noticed it was a healthy eating school, and everybody wanted crisp, chocolate, Lucasades. So I thought, I'll do this. And with me being in year 7, I obviously got caught straight away, just being immature, messing around with friends. And then I let it all cool down, and then just concentrated on my work.
Yeah.
And then I was just at home one day, and my mum and dad was talking about that university that no one's ever graduated in the family, and I thought, yeah, I want to go to university now. And about a week later, I just had an adult chat with them and just said, how could I get this money to go to university? And they said, we'll give our right arm to Senya, but you've got 2 other sisters, so the money's got to be split equally.
Okay.
So I just said, if I sold in school and put the money into a savings account, let it go on from there. And then they would have thought I would have got caught in the first week like I did, but I had my mind focused on my goals, and now I've got £14,000. And there's a few businessmen that are giving me the right amount of money for the 3 terms at university, so that's good.
Okay, so you started off selling the stuff at school. Yeah. You actually had a couple of employees as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I employed two friends. They was loyal. They wouldn't do nothing bad, like eat the products or anything. You could trust them, so that was the main thing. Paying them 20.
So you could already spot like a good employee.
Yeah,
so they wouldn't eat the sweets. They wouldn't eat the chocolate.
Yeah, they weren't greedy. They was getting £5.50 a day, and they thought that's enough, because they didn't have much neither. So to get £27.50 at the end of the week and save it up, then that's a lot a month. So I employed them to. Now I've gone into doing my t-shirts.
Before we get to that, because I want to hear a bit more about stuff at school. Now, what kind of kept you motivated to keep doing what you were doing at school? Did you constantly have like the uni stuff in your head all the time?
Yeah,
would you say, or was it just the sort of excitement of making money?
It was a bit of both, to be honest. Like, I did love to make the money, but everyone thought the money was just going to my back pocket, but it was going into a child's trust fund for university. I just thought, I just want to go to university to better myself in every way.
Yeah.
So I thought, I don't want a student loan because I have an aunt, she's around 33 now, and she's still paying hers back off. So I thought,
the debt
yeah.
thing.
So I didn't want the debt thing. So
Okay.
that's why I did it.
That's really good. Gosh. Okay then. So then you moved on from there. You also put your Lucozade bottle on eBay, which
Yeah.
everybody heard about, and the bid was what in the end?
Around 1 million.
Okay.
But
was that shocking for you?
that was madness. Like the evening news got involved around my area and put it on, and then it went to £1 million. But through PayPal, I had a £50,000 deposit on it, and then the rest, with it being such a large amount, eBay legals have got to handle it now.
Okay. Well, you're going to get it hopefully, won't you?
Hopefully. I've already had 50,000, so that's good.
Okay, that's really good. Now I know you've got your t-shirt business, but I'd just like to ask you something first regarding sort of other youngsters in your area at school and stuff. It must have been maybe quite tempting when you see other kids sort of messing around or getting into trouble and stuff like that, and peer pressure. How did you kind of separate yourself from that and just get on with doing what you had to do?
Well, they do the same stuff every day, and I've already done that stuff before. And I thought, I don't need to get involved. I need to stay under the radar to get this money. So I just have to maybe still have them as friends, but maybe mix with other people that aren't getting in trouble. Like, say they're going out in the playground to mess around, I'd just stay in, just keep out of trouble, keep under the radar from the teachers, because I didn't want my business then to go downhill through me messing around and getting kicked out of school or getting put in seclusion or anything like that. So.
Okay. All right. So then you didn't stop there, did you? Because then you had another idea. So how did you come up with the idea for your t-shirt business? What happened?
Well, I was in a lesson one day and we was making t-shirts, and I thought, well, that's easy. So I thought, I want to do t-shirts now. I just needed a name. When the head teacher accused me of selling black market products, and then I thought, that is the name, that's what I need to do. So then a company gave me 2,000 t-shirts for free.
Oh wow, okay.
So that was good as well. And now I sold them and made around £10,000.
You made 10 grand already?
Yeah, 10 grand already.
Wow. And how are you expanding the business now? What are your plans to do that?
Well, I'm planning to go into, there's a huge demand for jumpers, hoodies. So I'm going to do hoodies, gym wear, shorts, vest. I'm just going to go into it all because I'm young and I know what everybody likes. I'm into fashion myself, so if I can add like a bit of twist to it and give them something that they all want, then that'll be good too.
Now you've attracted attention as well, haven't you, Tommy? Because you've also done something with one of Dragon's Den's finest,
Yeah, Theo Graffiti's. Well, that was madness right from the start. I was shocked when he left. Like 2 hours later, I was still shocked, thinking, "Wow, that's just happened." It was madness. He gave me some very good tips, and it was mad for him, like to basically tutor me and tell me, you need to focus on your business or you need to focus on your grades. You either want to go to university or you need to focus on your business. He said I should focus on my business because I'm already doing it now and I'm being successful.
Yeah, exactly. So are you going to follow his advice?
I think so, yeah. Because he started from nothing. He run a tuck shop in his school, and then he was a T-boy at 18. So he started from nothing. Now look at him now. So I think he said, just try and follow in his footsteps and try and be successful. But he sent some really good tweets out.
Yeah, that's really good. And it wasn't just him, Deborah Meaden as well, didn't she?
Yeah, Deborah Meaden did a live video tape to me, and she said, "You're an entrepreneur in the making. No, you're an entrepreneur. Maybe one day I'll be in." And I thought that was really nice for her to say that.
Now, Tommy, there's a lot of young people, especially, that say, "You know what, I've got no choice but to be on the streets and messing around and get into trouble because I'm bored and there's nothing to do and I live on a council estate and there's no opportunities for me." What would you say to them?
Well, there's no opportunities for them because they're not trying hard enough. They just like to sit on the backside. I have a few mates like that. They go, "Wow, you've done good for yourself now, Tommy. I'd like to be like you," but they could be like me. It's just they have to have confidence and they have to be passionate. So, say they could get into t-shirts. I'd happily employ some of them, but it's just some of them are lazy, and there's either two paths you can go down, messing around, either getting put in jail, Youth Offenders Institute, or you can be successful, run your own business or work. So people just giving up at an early age, thinking, oh, I can't be bothered, I'd rather go out with my mates, but you've got to push your mates aside, and like I've done, and focus.
Okay. And then also, I know there's a lot of adults watching as well that maybe have their own business and maybe not going so well. Could you give us, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner now, could you give maybe your top tips on how to have a great business? I know you're still in the making and everything, but what's working for you at the moment that you could
social
pass on
media.
Yeah.
Everyone has social media, so I set it up through PayPal, eBay shop, what my dad runs for me because I'm not old enough, but everybody has social media, so I'm taking most of my orders in from social media. So if they put their products on, say, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Twitter's the main one because there's a lot of people. All you need to do then is get somebody like to share, like Jason Manford shared mine, tweeted all the dragons. Now I've gone pretty big now.
Okay, and what are your future plans, Tommy? Because I can't see you stopping here now. I can see you kind of.
Well, I'm definitely not going to stop. What I aim to do is I aim to try and conquer the UK and then go to America.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's excellent. It's so inspirational, and you actually are talking to youngsters now, aren't you, doing workshops and things?
Yeah, well, some of my friends go to youth clubs, so far. If I go around to the youth clubs and try and persuade them not to stop, that there is a light at the end of the dark tunnel, like not to go down the crime road, because there's no need for that path. If they all just focused and say put time into it, a lot of them get excluded from school and they'd like to be on the street doing other stuff, but I actually don't get it. I've done stuff, but it's either two paths you go down, like I said, the jail one or the successful one, or work. And then there's people getting girls pregnant and then they can't provide for them. So I think they should work, really.
What keeps you grounded, Tommy? Not to kind of, for it all to get to your head, what keeps you kind of
just to be myself. Like, I'm still the same lad on the estate, still the same lad in the gym, still the same lad at home. I just don't let it all get to me. It's great that all the stars, Deborah Meaden, Lord Sugar, Duncan Ballantyne, Theo Pafitis, Jason Manford, they've all supported me, and loads of other businessmen. That's great, but I just don't let it sink into me. I don't want to change who I am. I like to be who I am. So.
All right, well, you're a lovely lad. It's been brilliant talking to you, and all the best with your future. I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot more from you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, guys, so there you have it. Some great advice there from Tommy. So that was really inspiring to watch. So just to go back to some of the things that I was saying earlier about making sure that, you know, your passion is actually something that you can do as a career, and if not, that you can try to fit this in somehow in other things that you're doing. You don't have to leave your job to follow your passion and your dreams. And sometimes you just, with certain things, you just need to love the end result. So for example, I've spoken openly on the show before that I never wanted to be a TV presenter. It wasn't ever a dream of mine. And I'm just quite a naturally quiet person, but this show is a means of fulfilling my dream of helping as many people as possible that have mental health issues. So even though this type of thing, I never imagined doing it, but I love what I'm able to do through this program. So you just need to ask yourself, what do you love? Are you able to do that full time? If not, find a way of fitting it into your life and live your dream, because that's so, so important. Well, we have reached the end of today's program, everybody, but don't forget, if you have a story that you would like to share, and as we heard earlier, if you'd like to come and have a makeover on this program, you can head over to our website, which is chrissybshow.tv. You can also tweet us at Chrissy B Show or leave a message on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show. And also, if you want to find out more about me and the experiences that I had with mental health issues, you can visit my website, mylifeafterdepression.com. Until next time, bye-bye for now.
It was great. Thank you for having me. It was very nice to be able to talk to you about my my blog, my writing, and it was great to be done up like this in lovely clothes and makeup.
So Federica, for being a good sport to come on the show today to share your £14,000 by selling squeets. What are squeets? Sorry. And there was also a 2003 study of college students by the stupid woman, with massive competition for just a few jobs. So it's not possible, of course, but it is So we've had the pleasure of making over Federica Carr, and here's a story. This is going so well today. Welcome back to our show, everybody, which we have titled, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me?
I'll do it. Just
Can you do
okay.
it?
I just have to check something.
Yep. Do you want to do it? Go on, have some fun.
blouse.
Welcome back.
Come on and do it. Do you want to
Our
do it?
Makeover by Chrissy B.
Great. All right, guys, so I'm going to keep, oh, I forgot to say thank you. Can I do that bit again?